Hello everyone, especially to you sir. Today I will discuss the lesson 2, which is the pie graph. And before I proceed my discussions, let me read first the objectives. First is construct a pie graph based on a given set of data. Second is interpret data. First is construct a pie graph based on a given set of data. Second is interpret data presented in a pie graph. Third, solve routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie graph. Last is create problems that can be answered using information presented in a pie graph. So, A. Write each percent as a fraction in a simplest form. Number 1 is 25%. To convert a percentage to fraction, you put the percentage over 100. So, mahimo na siyang 25 over 100. Simplify the fraction by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by their GCD. I know kailan taon sa GCD, which is the greatest common divisor. So, sa 25 over 100, ang ilahang GCD is 25. So, i-divide na to sila sa 25 para makuha na to ang correct answer. So, 25 divide 25 is 1. And then, 100 divide 25, which is 4. So, ang answer is 1/4. So, ang fraction niya is 1/4. Ang number 2, 72%. So, para ma-convert na itong percentage to a fraction, same lang yapon na nga itong buhaton. Kailangan na ito pangitan ng ilang GCD para i-divide na ito nito a. So, ang GCD sa 72% and the 100, which is 4. So, 72 divide 4 equals 18. And then 100 divide 4 equals 25. So, ang fraction niya is 18 over 25. And then, ang number 3 is 35%. So, same nga pa maagi para ma-convert na to ang percentage to a fraction. So, 35 over 100. I-divide na to sa both the numerator and denominator by gamit ka po ng ilahang greatest common divisor. So, sa 35 over 100, ang ilahang GCD is 5. So, 35 divide 5 equals 7. 100 divide 5 equals 20. So, ang correct answer is 7 over 20. And then number 4, 50%. So, para ma-convert na to siya sa percentage to a fraction, 50 over 100 of course. So, same. Pangitaan na to ang GCD nila. So, ang GCD nila is 50. So, 50 divide 50, 1. 100 divide 50, 2. So, ang correct answer is 1/2. So, number 5, 8%. So, to convert the percentage to fraction, 8% equals 8 over 100. So, simplify the fraction by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by their GCD gihapon. So, ang 8 over 100, ang ilahang GCD is 4. Kabalo man taon sa pagkuha sa GCD, right? Kay na-discuss naman na siya. So, 8 divide 4 equals 2. 100 divide 4 equals 25. So, ang correct answer is 2 over 25. So, in a summary, ang 25% is 1/4, 72% is 18 over 25, ang 35% is 7 over 20, ang 50% is 1/2, and then the 5 is ang 8%, 2 over 25. Mo na ang ilahang fraction. Next is the letter B. Give the value of the following. Number 1 is the 20% of 98. To find the 20% of 98, multiply 98 by 0.20. Ang 20% mahimo siya og 0.20 pag i-times na nimo siya. So 0.20 times 98 equals 19.6. Nga na ra ka simple pag kuha sa ilahang answer. So number 2 is 15% of 150. Para makuha na to ang 15% of 50, same nga pa maagi, multiply na to ang 15% sa 150. So ang correct answer is 0.15 times 150 is 22.5. Then ang number 3 is the 30% of 300. To find the 30% of 300, i-multiply na to ang 300 sa 0.30. So 0.30 times 300, the correct answer is 90. And then number 4, 45% of 250. Same nga pa maagi, i-times na to ang 45% sa 250. And then the correct answer is 112.5. And then last is the 18% of 320. So para makuha na to, i-multiply na to ang 320 sa 18%. So 0.18 times 320 equals 57.6. Okay, next is review. The table below shows how workers in Metro Manila get to work. So, mode of transportation, frequency. Bus is 36, jeep is 28, train is 14, motorcycle is 12, taxi is 10. So, the questions are: A is how many people were in the survey. So para matubag nato ng pangutana, of course i-add nato ang tanan frequencies. So 36 plus 28 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10 equals 100. So letter B is what is the least preferred mode of transportation? So, the answer is the least preferred mode of transportation is the one with the lowest frequency, which is taxi nga naalang siya 10 nga frequency. C is what is the most preferred mode of transportation? So, the most preferred mode of transportation is the one with the highest frequency. So, unsa man ang highest frequency dito? Which is ang bus nga naay 36 frequency. So, last is how many people prefer to ride the motorcycle? So, the number of people who prefer to ride the motorcycle is 12. Next is letter B. Mark surveyed 250 people at the municipal athletic meet and asked them what event is their favorite. He made a circle graph below. So si Mark nag-surveyed siya sa 250 people sa municipal of athletic meet. And then nangutana siya kung unsang ilahang favorite event. So naay nagtubag og sa basketball naay nagtubag 30%. Sa football na ay 20%, sa volleyball na ay 20%, sa track and field na ay 18%, and then sa other event is na ay 10%. So to answer the questions based on the information provided in the circle graph, let's go through each part. So, A, how many people answered each event as their favorite? So, ang basketball na siya 75 people. Ang volleyball na siya 50 people. Ang football na siya 55 people. Ang track and field na siya 45 people. And then ang other event is na 25 people. And letter B is what is the least favorite? Pinakagamay. og percentage. So the least favorite event is other event kay naa lang siya to 25 people selecting as their favorite. So C, what is the most favorite event? So unsa dito ang pinakataas og percentage mo to ang daghan nagtubag. So the most favorite event is basketball, which is na siya 75 people selecting as their favorite kay naman siya 30% dito. So daghan ang nagtubag nga basketball ilang favorite. So last is D, how many percent of the whole is covered by each event? So para makuha nato na ang list number sa people, i-divide nato siya sa 250, which is katong gipangtan ani mark kung unsa ilang favorite event, and then i-times nato siya sa 100. So ang basketball is na siya 75 people, i-divide sa 250, i-times sa 100, na siya 20%, di ba? And then ang sa volleyball is na siya 50%, ang sa volleyball na siya 50 people, i-divide nato siya sa 250, i-times 100, na siya 20%. So ang football is na siya 55. Please excuse the background kay naamang gibuhat gud diri. So sa football is 55 people, i-divide nato sa 250, of course, and then i-times nato siya sa 100, so na siya 22%. And then ang track and field na siya 45 ka people, i-divide nato sa 250, i-times na po nato sa 100, na siya 18%. And then ang other event is na siya 25 people, i-divide nato sa 250, and then i-times nato sa 100, na siya 10%. So in summary, para dili mo maglibog, ang basketball na siya 75 people, volleyball na siya 50 people, ang football na ay 55 people, ang track and field na siya 45 people, and the other event is na 25 people. So ang letter B is the least favorite is other event, kay na 10% lang man na 25 lang siya ka tao ang nagtubag. And then ang letter C, the most favorite event is basketball, kay daghag nagtubag, which is 30%, and then 75 people ang nagtubag. And then letter D is basketball 20%, basketball 30%, volleyball 20%, football 22%, track and field 18%, and 10% ang other event. Okay, number 4 is deepening. The table, number 1 is the table shows the percentage of blood types for a group of 200 people. So, ang type A is 27%, type B is 21%, type AB is 13%, and type O is 39%. So, make a pie graph. And then, ang questions is, how many people have blood type AB? Number 2, how many people have blood type A? How many people? Number 3, how many people have blood type O? So, based on provided data, we can calculate the number of people for each blood type as follow. But before that, ipakita na ko sa inyo ako ang nabuhat nga pie graph. So, ang blood type A is 27%, na siya 97.2 degree, and ang 21%, ang type B is na po siya 75.6 degree. Ang type AB is 13%, which is na siya 46.8 degree, and type O is 39%, which is na siya 140.4 degree. So, kung mangutan na mo asa, nganong 97.2 degree, no, 9 degree. So, para makuha na to na siya, ang 27%, i-times na to siya sa 360 degree. So, equal siya og 97.2 degree. So, ang type B, 21%, i-times na to siya sa 360 degree, na siya 75.6 degree. And then, ang type AB, na siya 13%, i-times na siya sa 360 degree, na siya 46.8 degree. And then, ang last is type O, na siya 39%, i-times na to siya sa 360 degree, na siya 140.4 degree. So, tubago na to ang mga questions. Para matubag na to, the number of people with blood type AB. So, 13%, i-times na to siya sa number of people, na siya 26. And then, ang number 2 is number of people with the blood type A, 27% times 200 equals 54. And then, ang number 3 is number of people with blood type O, 39% times 200, na siya 78. And then, mota siya, ang blood type AB na 26, ang blood type A na 54, and then ang blood type O na 78. So, this calculation provide the necessary data to create a pie graph and answer the questions about the distribution of blood types in the given group of 200 people. So, next is number 2. The pie chart below shows the percentage of types of transportation used by 500 pupils to come to school. So, the questions are, how many pupils come to school by bicycle? Number 2 is, how many pupils come to school by motorbike? C, how many pupils come to school by tricycle? And last is, how many pupils come to school by service? So, there is a pie graph. It is a given nga ang bicycle na siya 15%, ang motorcycle na siya 15%, ang service na ay 25%, and then ang tricycle is na siya 45%. So, i-calculate na to ang number of pupils for each type of transportation. Na siya 500 pupils in total. So, letter A is, how many pupils come to school by bicycle? So, of course, para makuha na to na siya, 15% times 500 equals 75. Letter B, how many pupils come to school by motorcycle? So, ang motorcycle device na siya 15%. I-times na to siya sa 500, which is mag-total gahapon siya 75. And then, ang C, how many pupils come to school by tricycle? Diba ang tricycle is na siya 45%. So, i-times na to na siya sa 500, equal siya og 225. So, last is, how many pupils come to school by service? Of course, ang service is na siya 25%. I-times na to na siya sa 500 na ay 125. So, summarize, 75 pupils come to school by bicycle. And 75 pupils come to school by motorcycle. And 225 pupils come to school by tricycle. And 125 pupils come to school by service. So, that's all. Thank you, and I hope nga kanang naamoy natunan, and God bless.